Yeah, I got that. Okay, so we're gonna go through whatever we learned in the past. We're gonna put more into the combination. So we're gonna ask you to find, guys. We're gonna ask you to find a fourth degree. So fourth degree. And move. Fourth degree polynomial. If x equal to -2 or to 0, x equal to 2 or 0, x equal to I or 0. Okay? So we're gonna find a polynomial. So some type of fourth degree. So fourth degree is something x to the fourth power. And maybe something x to the third power, maybe something to the x to the second power, maybe something x to the first power. So it's actually pretty easy because we actually do this pretty like an easier version of this question on the last test. So now we're gonna say, hey, x equal to -2. What do you think the factor is?
What do you mean?
X equal to -2. X plus 2, good. So x equal to -2, right? So if I move the -2 to the other side, that becomes a factor. That's what we learned in the past. We set it equal to 0. That becomes a factor form. Does that make sense?
Yes.
X equal to 2.
X minus 2.
Are we okay here?
Yeah.
Okay, now, remember last time when Michael's not here, we make fun of him. We say, if he would have an imaginary girlfriend, he minus has 2. Right? So we say x equal to I, the conjugate of I is going to be a negative I. So you have, when I give you one root that is a complex number, then you must have another one. So x equal to I, then x minus I, it's the factor. Am I doing okay?
Yeah.
And then we have to have a
X equals negative I?
x equal to negative I, because you have a one good-looking imaginary girlfriend, you might have 2. One ugly one, one pretty one.
You can't just say x equals plus minus I.
You can, that's what happened. X equal to plus minus I, then you move to the other side, it's going to be x minus I, x plus I. Okay? So now we find out all the factors. Now it's going to be x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x minus I and x plus I. And then that's the polynomial here. But every polynomial has a number in the front. This is a number in the front. That value can dictate how the graph is going to go. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes negative. I have no idea. With that being said, so x minus I, x plus I. So what we do is we can combine those two together. There's a reason it's easier to combine those two rather than trying to combine those two. The i's and I should be together. Okay? So how do I combine this? How do I do x plus I? I'm going to do it on the side. X minus I. How I can FOIL this.
X squared minus I squared.
Right. We can use something called difference of the square. So a plus b times a minus b. That's equal to what? A plus b times a minus b is what?
A squared plus
Minus B
B squared.
Perfect. It's called difference of a square. So what will be here?
X squared minus I squared.
Perfect. But what's the I squared?
1, negative 1.
Negative 1. So it'll be x plus 1.
Well, how do you know what I is?
You learned it.
We learned that before. So I is equal to square root of negative 1. So x plus 2, x minus 2 times x squared plus 1. Any question about this one?
Wait,
You combine X.
I thought it was -1 though.
Yeah, but it's a
Oh yeah.
minus negative 1. So it becomes positive.
Is that your answer?
No, that's not an answer because we got to find a polynomial. Polynomial is something like, okay, so polynomial is your angle is to be like this. F of x equal to some type of number, x to the n plus n minus 1, x to the n minus 1, and dot 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 to a1x plus a0. So that's some type of polynomial. You want to get to that point, but right now it's not yet. But also there's a value of a. On your last test, there's a is some type of value, and there's 2 questions required for you to find a. On this test also you're gonna find a. A is a very, very crucial number. It's a leading coefficient. It's a big deal. It tells you how the n behavior is gonna do. So then you're gonna say x equal to a here. So then you say, okay, but what does this condition mean? This condition means what? F of 3 equal to 150. What does that mean?
3 divided by, or 1 divided by.
What x is?
X is 3.
X is equal to 3, good.
Y, no.
Y or f of x is equal to what?
150.
150. So now can I use that information to plug into here, because the only value we don't have is a value.
Can you plug that in as a point?
I can plug in 3. So we're going to plug in 150 on this side. And that's a times 3 plus 2. 3 minus 2. 3 squared plus 1. And then you're going to have 150 is equal to a times 5 times 1 times 10. That's equal to 150 times a times 50.
And A is 3.
3. So then I can rewrite this. I can say, okay,
F of x equals 3.
f of x is equal to 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x squared plus 1. Now I just had to FOIL this, but I'll do 2 at a time. I'll do those 2 because that's a different square, so that's going to be x plus 2, x minus 2, I know that's x squared minus 4 times x squared plus 1. And now I'll have this one that's going to be x to the 4th minus 3x squared minus 4. I'll distribute that. So it'll be 3x to the 4th minus 9x squared minus 12. And that becomes my polynomial at the end. So here's my question. I'm not going to give you a certificate. I'm going to give you a third degree polynomial with x equal to negative 3, x equal to negative I, f of 1 is equal to 8. Okay, so third degree. Third degree means x to the third. So that means you should have 3 zeros. So that's it. So you can try it. And we're going to try with one that's harder.
Why?
Because.
Why would you do
Why
that
not?
to us?
But then again, if he gives you one that's harder, then the other 2 on the test is gonna be easier.
No.
Yes. Does that say
No.
x to the power of 4
No,
minus
that's
3x
usually
squared?
harder.
No, y'all just think it's harder because it's test.
How many guys are going to
What?
higher level math?
We're not mathing good.
Andre's trying to be dumb right now. Andre's trying to like, I'm stupid. I'm going over this topic.
They wanna give me next year for Valencia, they wanna give me,
Because I'm gonna
college
80
math,
cents.
college algebra.
No, that's gonna be so stupid. You're gonna have it fly through that class.
I know.
Most of my students fly through that class with easy A. So that class is 10 times easier.
Yeah.
Even if Precalculus is easier than
You
all.
know, like college algebra,
It's, yeah, it's only those 2 numbers, 3 and
they said that's all you need to get into.
Negative
Like,
3,
like,
negative
you know,
1.
you wanna do like the law program. Come on, that's it.
Don't trust anything Valencia said. Valencia, if it's law
It's a really
program,
easy math.
law program, you need to know these calculus.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna do help.
Yeah, take it with me.
I have asked it end exam.
I'll torture you.
I'm only gonna do like 2 classes this cycle.
Where's the
For
West
one.
Lake?
It's in that box.
Mister, I have a question, so you know how we, like, if we have like x equals negative I, we'll have an x equals I.
Yes.
So here, we have a third degree, since we'll have only 3 zeros.
Yeah, so you
Can we
got
say that x equals 3 or x equals I?
x equal to 3, that's one factor. x equal to negative I is gonna give you a factor of x plus I. But then it should come in an imaginary one, so it'll be x equal to positive I, then x minus I is gonna be a factor.
So we would come up with an imaginary, not real.
Yeah, imaginary, if you have an imaginary friend, you might as have two. I mean, I have two, I don't know about you. One named
Oh, sorry. I can't read.
Sponge, one named SpongeBob and Patrick.
So you would just get x plus three,
No.
SpongeBob.
just x plus one. Right?
So they always come together.
Or like Mermaid Man and Barnacle.
You see?
You don't know who Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is? You really don't watch
I never
SpongeBob,
watched
do
the
you?
show.
Actually, I'm not sure if I got it.
I know there's a crab guy.
You're right.
Crabs.
And Mr. Krabs? Oh, God.
Then
No,
there's
there's a
superheroes
squirrel.
with Bikini Bottom.
Squirrel's that evil guy, right?
No, Squirrel is saying she's a smart girl.
She's
That
like the
depends how you
image,
look
she's
at
like the air.
Plankton's the evil guy. He's like this tall.
I swear that show kill your brain cells.
It does not.
You know, that show's good for development.
That's why I'm a view,
You know
Mike.
what? I don't watch SpongeBob right now.
That's cool, that show's good for
Sam still watches
kids.
SpongeBob and she's still
It teaches
smart,
them how
so.
to.
How to have friends.
Okay, now we'll get that work done. Over there in the box says third degree, x equal to negative 3, x equal to negative I, f1 is equal to 8.
Cause you did fourth degree, now we're doing third degree.
Yeah, we're doing third degree, we'll give an easier version of the questions. Where's your head? He's confused too. Look with my head.
Oh, okay.
He's actually like trying to.
That's the first.
You know, like how sometimes you look for your glasses.
Uh-huh.
Like I look for my
Well, I have my
glasses.
glasses
Yeah.
on.
I'm doing
Oh,
your
when
math,
on the
it's
phone.
not-
Should this be three?
Where is?
He does have it sometimes.
Negative three.
I know I can do that, I just.
I thought that was one.
Cause I'm trying to look at the problem before, so like.
Oh, yeah.
X equal to negative 3, x equal to negative I, and f1 is equal to 8. Sarah's already done. By looking at her, she's already done.
You wanna come explain it to me?
You obviously are. Brushes are not.
I'm trying to pass this time. I promise you, I'm getting this in a year, alright?
But you say it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Not every. I wrote the I like that.
I need you,
Go back a step. Where it's still
do yesterday's homework, buddy? No? No? You gotta start doing it now before I kick you out. Sit down and talk. Because that'd be fair.
Sarah.
If I kick you out, kick other people out, I kick you out. I'm gonna start doing 3 questions. But then,
Did you get A's on one? Okay, so I'm gonna just plug it in.
So once you do that, you have x squared plus 1
It's plus sign. But that's, they should, I should be doing.
Yeah, I know, so.
but still, I guess that's the only thing that I didn't get.
Yeah.
Your mom makes you buy which box? I thought she was broken, that outside.
Alright, can I see how you
Thank you. Not deep. Why are you still like struggling? It's after 3 weeks. Get over it.
No, I'm not depressed, I'm exhausted. Well, Michael, why do you ask me?
Bro, that's a I.
You get 2 dice.
I think that was.
Alright, Tati. You have an imaginary eye.
cubed plus 2x squared plus
Yeah,
x
when it's the
plus
same, it's supposed to be that.
No, the one that goes in things he got me. He tried to hit me on the cheek, on the lips. I was like,
Wait, yesterday?
yeah. When you left, it didn't say bye.
I was looking for you, where were you?
And all the black knives, they were all closed.
I think I was looking for you, I didn't see you, so I just left anyway. I have to go home.
Done yet?
Yeah.
Can you help somebody?
Who needs help?
Who needs help?
I think I got it.
I definitely need help, definitely.
Okay, I got it.
Who else need help?
Hey, man.
Gabby, you got this? You want to go to Sarah and ask if you did it right.
I think I got it.
Okay, then you can check with Sarah all the way in the back.
Okay, this is the problem. 33 x equals negative. It's right there.
30 degree, that means your polynomial is going to be x to the cube.
Now we know. Let's start with this.
I'll just.
Ken, you doing okay?
It can't be anything cubed, it can be x.
Oh, yeah, that's
Sarah, come here, I'll teach you how to do a hard one.
It's not one. Negative
So if you have x equal to I, and so we're gonna go this question back, we're gonna find out the zeros. But just assume that this is a polynomial, we got one I. So then you can deal with the division with I. So you're gonna come in this year, you're gonna get a 0, which is good. So we got 0, that makes 1. Yeah, that makes, that's a factor. So if that's a factor, you can do again with negative I, that's gonna give you this. Then I can rewrite as x minus 1, x plus 1. X minus I, x plus I, left with this. Then I can factor out 3, and that's gonna be x squared minus 4. And then back to x plus 2, x minus 2. So I can factor out x equals negative 5, plus 2 becomes it. So sometimes you can have it like okay, so if I give you this, I give you 1 I, so can you find the rest of the i's? Or rest of the zeros? So you find out first, but you know 1 I, you can give you I, negative I times I, you solve this, you're gonna get this part. This part you can factor out, and then you actually get the solution.
I got you. Why is it plus 3? I probably did it, I thought I had it, and I was one out. I put all the stuff. What did I do wrong? I have the right answer except one.
Daniel, I was right.
Yup.
Hey.
No, I don't care, I got it right. I got it right.
No, I'm not associating with them.
Yeah, you're on a basketball team?
Mr. Ye.
You posted
Oh no, it was volleyball practice, but then basketball style, and it looked like this one.
Okay, is equal to 1, then you plug it back in.
So that you're saying control.
I got you. Yeah, I got it right.
Yeah, because you got a 6.
Don't try, you do.
The beginning, but not the end.
Try.
I can't hear you. Like the fact that you got you to the primary. What it got to do with the tennis. Right? Yeah, you make 8 points, right?
Catalina, you got this? Okay.
$22.
That's it?
I was
overthinking it.
It's not x equals
I saw an 8 there, and I thought I had to
Marion, you get this?
Is there x equals plus 3x? Daniel, don't talk to him. Yeah. You got it wrong. What? Yeah, no, it's okay. He don't get an answer. Like at the end where it's yeah, that's 3x cubed plus 3x squared That's a problem.
Alright, I'll see you after school.